In the last few episodes, we learned about how an inert or inactive substance, that is the placebo, can cure diseases simply based on the belief or the perception of being treated. Scientists all around the globe figure out the placebo effect is highly effective in treating all sorts of diseases, from cancer to the Parkinson's, from the asthma to the depression. We have seen from the first episode that how it can increase our body's physiological performance or even can lead to grow hairs. In the second episode, we have seen that it can cure pain up to the level of the amputation, or even can create the pain when the limb is not there in the first place for the case of the amputees. Belief can do real wonders, and so do when you even are aware that you have been treated with the placebo, as we have seen in the third episode. The remission observed even after the patients were well aware that they have been treated with the sugar pill. The simple ritualistic act of just popping a pill inside you might be enough to trigger the immune response. Now we'll move into that how a placebo can be designed, or how best clinical theater can be staged. What ritualistic way it needs to be followed so that the belief can be triggered that a proper care and treatment is provided to the patient. Before going into that, let us discuss about these questions. Do you think that whiteness of your doctor's coat and his chamber ambience can influence your disease remission? Whether treatment consists of an active drug or a placebo, the clinical setting, that is the doctor's office might be, or the chamber or the hospital that you are visiting, that surrounds the treatment, includes multiple type of context informations that are perceived and interpreted by the patient's brain in completely different way. The external context includes some verbal suggestions. It can be something like, this treatment will make you feel better, this is the best drug out there in the market, your condition is showing the sign of improvement, something like those suggestions. Some social cues like the way the doctors or the caregivers are looking into the eyes, their body languages, their voice, the empathy they are showing. The treatment cues, like over there in the sham surgery, you have seen that the cut marks or the needle puncture or the syringe used or the type of medication used are influence the patient's belief. And the internal context also plays critical role, like that of the memories, emotions, the expectations. All these features combine together to make the treatment context and can surpass the effect of the active ingredients of the drug. It's a kind of simulation of the actual treatment. It's like watching a good movie. You feel all sorts of emotions, from fear to thrill, suspense, romantic, threat, fear, anger, from watching different movies and the incidents showing over there. Even being well aware that all these are not happening in real time in front of you. They are not real. But the emotions you are feeling are real, and your brain chemicals, body physiology and mental state all depict that. Same for the placebo treatment. The medicines might not be real, but the change in the brain chemicals and body physiology is. It's just like a movie, if staged properly and in realistic manner, will trigger your emotional button. The placebo will do the same, triggering your immune system. Therefore, if clinical theater can be staged properly, it can cause havoc on the patients. Studies even shows that the time provided by the doctors or the caregivers or the medical practitioners to the patients for a single consultation also affects their improvement. In this study, the patients with acid reflux disease do dramatically better when a 42-minute consultation time was provided to them instead of an 18-minute one, even when the prescribed drugs were same. Now let us see that what are the factors that contribute for a better nothing, that is a better placebo. There are multiple factors that regulates so that it becomes most effective in treating the conditions. The first is the size of the pill. It has an impact on the condition or the improvement of the patients. The second is the color. Third is the dose. A specific dose like 2 pills before breakfast or 1 pill after dinner. A specific dose like that can make it more realistic. The brand name. Every people have a fascination of brand fascination even of the drugs. More the price, the higher the placebo effect is, and also the type of treatment they are getting, like either they are getting a sham surgery or a sham acupuncture or a sugar pill. Surgery has greater advantage over acupuncture or other medical interventions like that, and those have much more better response than only the pills. Locality or the location where you stay also have an influence on the placebo effect of a drug and how it is packaged, whether it is in a bright colored one or whether it is in a form of a solution, all have a profound influence on the placebo effect. These are the few researches that shows the color, shape, taste and even the name of the tablet or pill can have an effect on how patients feel about their medications. Here is the report, Capsule Color and Size Affecting the Drug Expectancy. Researchers at the University of Bombay, India have surveyed over here the over-the-counter medication to find out just how much the color of a tablet influences the patient's choice. They report that red and pink tablets are preferred over other colors. Here are 2 more reports for the same. In a 1996 study, green and the blue color pills have more sedative response than the other colors. Red and orange colors are better if it is used for the stimulant purpose. Yellow pills make the most effective antidepressants, according to a 1970 study. Green medicine can better wipe your anxiety and white stuff can soothe your pain, said a 1982 study. Let's now have a look how combining 2 factors, expectancy and price of the medicine, affects treatment outcome. Do you think implanted expectation and discounted price of medicine can influence your disease remission? Patients were provided with packaged sugar placebo medicine in this study and were primed that the medicine is of low impact for any major positive outcome. The medicine was also provided at a 50% discount price. This placebo have a real small effect on the treatment outcome. Now, after the same expectancy priming, but the medicine is expensive and not under any sorts of discount, the patients with this group performs better than that of the previous one. Now the doctors praise about how effective the medicine is to the third group, that is priming them with high expectancy, but the medical shop outside the doctor's chamber provided them with the medicine at a discounted price, giving the patients a hunch that the medicine has low market value. The doctor's priming works as the patients shows much better response when the high expectancy is matched with the full price medicine. The benefit from that is even higher and it shows the highest beneficial response from the patients. Remember, all the groups were under the same sugar pills treatment, so any change observed is solely due to the psychological factors that are playing in their mind in terms of the expectancy and the price. Here are some reports that shows the effectiveness of the treatment is dependent upon the medication costs, the brand name embossed or the generic name used, or the higher the price, better the result. As people get more used to have a particular brand, more prefer to take one brand over the other, even when both the two brands have the same generic compounds. Higher you pay the medicine, the better the treatment efficacy is. You are getting what you paid for. Studies even shows that advertisements of a branded drug can also have an impact on its physiological efficacy, and marketing actions can modulate our brain circuitry so that our experience of having a drug becomes more pleasant. Now, how this preference of color, size, brand, etc. develops within you? It all depends upon the locality or the society you are living in. As already discussed about the social influence in generating the placebo response, the medication brand you rely upon is due to the other people around you relying on the same. It also might start from the single person like this. This person is in all praise for a brand or something to the immediate people over around her, until the whole crowd or the population of a place believe that the brand is more efficient. A drug might be best seller in one country while it has almost no market in another. In the next episode, we'll learn when the placebo effect came into the limelight first. During the time of the clinical trial, an integral part of the drug discovery process. Any drug that you have ever encountered with or have seen in the medical shop near you has to go through this trial. The active ingredients of that drug need to outcompete the placebo. Check out how the pills of nothing can literally drive the pharma companies crazy as they lose billions for each drug losing to the placebo during the drug discovery process. Hope to see you soon in the next episode. Thank you for listening till now.